All right, Delta State sports fans, Go Statesmen TV is back. Thanks for joining us for the first episode of 2014. I'm Katie Smith for GoStatesmen.com. Over the holiday break and into the new year, the Statesmen and Lady Statesmen have been very busy. In this episode, we're going to check in with DSU swimming and diving, head outside for the start of softball season 2. But first, let's see what the basketball teams have been up to. Thursday, January 14th, brought North Alabama to Cleveland, and the Lions definitely had an upset in mind. About halfway through the first half, Delta has just a 2-point lead, UNA bringing pressure. Mike Weems' defender is on the floor, so he quickly drives baseline, banks in the shot, Statesmen leading 16-12. Jack Magin passes inside to Willie Reedus, but when the Lions double Reedus, he goes back to Magin. Jack strokes a wide open 3, Delta up by 4. Don't count out the big man for a jump shot. Mike Washington with a long 2. It's 28-21 DSU. The shot clock is ticking down here. Statesmen trying to do something quick. Cornell Knight comes through with a 3-pointer. We head to the locker room with a tie game thanks to a last-second UNA 3. At the break, it's 34-34. Second half now, freshman Devin Schmidt out and running, went behind the back. His teammates loved that. He lays it in. At the 9:41 mark, Delta State is up by 11 on North Al, 62-51. Reedus takes a pass at the foul line here, takes a little dribble, then just shoots right over the defender. It's 68-60, Statesmen leading. About 3 minutes to go in the game now. Magin decides to drive to the baseline, then inside. He lets the ball roll off his fingers into the net. Delta holding a 5-point lead, and the Statesmen keep this one out of reach with foul shots, taking down rival North Alabama 84-72. 2 days later, it was time to bring Union into Sillers Coliseum. The Bulldogs are one of the newest members of the Gulf South, but no one escapes the awesome DSU pep band. First half here, Washington sets a pick for Schmidt. The defense pulls, Schmidt misses. Washington, though, right there to help with the rebound and the putback. Statesmen on top 19-17. A perfect little inbounds play here as a wide open Magin drains a shot from beyond the arc. Delta State is up by 6. Knight inside to Zelvin Smith Jr. in the paint. He hits a little turnaround hook shot. At halftime of this one, Delta State leads Union 29-25. Let's take it to the second half. Washington working on the post under the defense. Up for the score. Statesmen out to a 52-37 lead now. Union trying out the full court press, but Schmidt leaves his man behind and then just doesn't stop. Straight to the bucket for the layup. Delta holding a 15-point lead. Reedus calling for the ball in the paint. He gets it, uses it to score 62-47 Statesmen. About 5 minutes left. Delta State isn't done. Knight with a jumper at the foul line. Delta State goes on to beat Union 75-64. On Thursday, January 16th, it was the Lady Statesmen taking on the Lady Lions. UNA scored quickly, but Delta didn't let it get out of hand in the first half. Seneca Walton with a turnaround jumper about 7 minutes in. The score is tied at 8 apiece. Becca Rux working the same side of the post here. She takes the feed from Kenesha Henry. The ball gets tossed around, so Rux kicks it out, but takes it right back. Banks in the score. Lady Statesmen holding a slim 2-point lead. The inside game working well against UNA. Chattisy Hickman drives, tosses the ball over the defenders to Maisha Stewart. She scores easily. First half is winding down. Shanae Govan on a fast break gives it to Ashley Brown. Lady Statesmen pull ahead a little bit and lead 31-22 at halftime. Let's go to the second half. Walton calling for the ball. She gets it. Nice hook shot there. Delta up by 9. Here's the rebound. It gets away from Walton, but Hickman is there for a little help. DSU up 42-33 now. Speedy is Govan, and she breaks the pressure quickly on the inbounds, comes flying down the court, dishes to Walton. Delta State's lead continues to grow. 5'3" Govan, not someone you want to relax on. She drives, tosses in the score. It's a 12-point lead now for the Lady Statesmen, and Delta State goes on to beat North Alabama 63-59. Head coach David Midlick says winning at home is key.
If you want to be successful in the conference, you have to hold serve at home, and you have to win your games at home. And every coach is going to preach that, and then you try to steal a few on the road. And we were fortunate enough this week to win 2 at home.
Saturday, January 18th, brought Union University to Cleveland, one of the newest members of the Gulf South. In the first half, Randy Ball sets a screen for Hickman. She dribbles off it, passes back to Ball, who is free and clear to the bucket for a score. Lady Statesmen down 1 early on. And Lady Statesmen looking to hit Walton on the post. Can't quite get the bounce pass in, so Brown goes over the defenders. Walton gets it in that way. Delta still down by 1 point, though. Halftime of this one is a tie game, but not a lot of scoring. Each team has just 18 points at the break. In the second half now, Walton cuts to the foul line, turns around, nails the jumper. Delta out to a 5-point lead now. Seneca again grabs the rebound, power dribble, turn, and shoot. Lady Statesmen up 37-33. The girls here are just kind of hanging out at the foul line, having a good time, but this is actually an inbounds play. Nissa Jackson passes into Walton. This one, a long two. It is good. Just a 2-point lead for DSU, though. This one goes down to the final minutes. Chelsea Rhodes passes into the paint to Ball. She cuts through the D to score. DSU women stay unbeaten in conference play with a 57-51 win over Union. Those were some of the last home games played at Walter Sillars Coliseum in Cleveland. Since then, both the men and women have managed to stay on top of the Gulf South Conference standings. The Statesmen have beat Valdosta State, West Florida, and Alabama Huntsville recently. The Lady Statesmen beat the Blazers and Chargers, but lost to the Argos. The men are 17-2 overall, 10-1 in GSC play. The women have the same conference record and are 15-2 on the season. Coming up after the break, we're jumping in the pool. Stick with us.
Abraham's, in historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Rouville is proud to announce the addition of board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Wayne Dotson to our team. An orthopedic surgeon treats musculoskeletal trauma, skeletal disease, and sports injuries using both surgical and non-surgical techniques, including joint replacement, arthroscopic surgery, and more. Dr. Dotson has extensive experience in the Delta and beyond, using the latest in surgical techniques when needed to ensure a healthy and speedy recovery. Call or have your provider refer you to Dr. Wayne Dotson for a consultation and find out why more people are saying, "Take me to Rouville."
Welcome back to Go Statesmen TV. The biggest swimming of the year for Delta State is right here in Cleveland when we host the conference championships. A few weeks ago, the Statesmen and the Lady Statesmen honored their seniors and hosted West Florida and Henderson State at the DSU Aquatic Center.
This is my first class that kind of came through when I started and they started. And I did not recruit any of them, but immediately within the first semester, they felt like they were my own. And I'm going to cry like a baby after conference and nationals with all of them. You know, as a coach, you're supposed to be able to teach them about dedication and hard work, and this class has taught me that with their commitment and their loyalty to the team.
It was really, really an honor to get recognized today by the team and our coach and stuff, and he has always really positive things to tell us. And I don't know, it's mixed emotions because we know we still have conference left, but it was really, really good to be recognized today. And I love our team so much. So
I've accomplished a lot, I think. You know, grade-wise, I used to not be that good in school. And then I just kind of hunkered down and just got to it. And swimming, I've come a long way from my freshman year being injured to swimming nonstop now, which is nice.
Our first year when I was here, it was definitely a transition. Most of the time we would show up and we were not ready to compete with a lot of the teams. And we weren't ready to compete really the whole year. We had some people that had some success, but it wasn't team-wide. And you know, after having a lot of team meetings, especially with that class, and talking about what they felt like they were going to need to be successful, we've made a lot of changes after that first year. And you know, being able to build off every year makes a difference.
In the pool, the Statesmen and Lady Statesmen faced off against Henderson State and West Florida.
I was real impressed with our seniors tonight. I know they've been working really hard since training trip and this past week, and they wanted to be able to swim fast at this meet, and they definitely made that happen.
DSU took first in the men's 400 medley and freestyle relays and won 10 out of 13 events. Bryce Anderson finished first in the 1,000 free. The 200 free went to Fabrice Wendell. Senior Bear Isles won the 50 free. Newcomer Matteo Frasci won his first event in the pool, swimming a 152.93 in the 200 IM. Then the Italy native set a new school record in the 200 breaststroke with a time of 2:04.61. The 200 fly went to Vlad Zinka. Jared Meredith and Nick Zorn finished 1-2 in the 100 free. On the diving board, Matt Swain was awarded 294.30 total points on the 1 meter board and 260 points on the 3 meter board.
They're learning how to race tired, which is not something that every athlete is used to doing coming to the college circuit. You know, I know sometimes certain teams in certain areas of the world, they're able to rest going into competitions. Here, we swim right through them, and they're starting to respond to that. And when they do get to rest and they feel their legs under them and they are tapered, it's going to make a big difference.
For the women, senior Maria Torres took first in the 1,000 free. It was freshman Melanie Tomers winning the 200 free, 200 IM, and 200 breaststroke. The 200 fly went to Anastasia Klarovskaya. The Moscow native also won the 200 back. Danny Meerholz and Torres placed first and second in the 500 free. The Lady Statesmen won the 400 medley relay. Cheryl Wilhelm scored 150 points on the 1 meter diving board.
Having home meets makes a huge difference for the athletes, just being able to swim in front of, you know, friends and family, especially just like our Christmas meet, but more than anything else, they get a chance to be able to have a normal day, not have to get on a bus, not have to travel, and their legs are a little bit fresher. That's the #1 pro for us. But at the same time, this pool just creates a lot of great atmosphere, and being able to have that as often as you can sets us up for a lot of success.
The Delta State swimming and diving teams won the meet. The men beat Henderson State 154-76. The women beat HSU 169-45 and West Florida 133-101. The teams will travel to Pensacola for a meet in February, but all eyes are beginning to turn towards the conference meet here in Cleveland.
I feel having conference meet here is definitely a pro for us. The kids get to sleep in their own bed every night. They're not having to worry about traveling. They're not having to be on everyone's schedule at all times. They're able to kind of come and go as they please. That's a very, very big plus for us. Having it here the last 12 years, I think has really kind of set us apart from most of the other teams. Right now, it's just making sure they see the light at the end of the tunnel. They know they're about to get some rest real soon. And when that happens, normally they're bouncing off the walls a whole lot more than they are now, and mainly just trying to contain their energy is the biggest thing.
The New South Intercollegiate Swim Conference Championships are February 19th through the 22nd here in Cleveland. We're going to take another quick break. When we get back, it's time to start talking spring sports.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty, but not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, Instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
Abraham's, an historic downtown Cleveland, has Clover Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's, in historic downtown Cleveland.
Welcome back again. The Delta State softball team played its first games of the season this past weekend in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It was a good start to the year, and the Lady Statesmen are looking forward to the rest of the season.
Good, Ashley, that's the right decision, good.
This is the first year in the 6 years I've been here where we've actually gotten outside in preseason. So there have been times where we've opened up and have only had about 2 or 3 outside practices, and we've been outside for about 2 weeks straight. So that's a huge plus. We were able to do defense and live stuff.
Practices have been good. We've been busy doing a lot of, routine things that we're trying to work on and get better, and it's just the basic things. If we get the little things right, we'll do the big things right in the game.
We're nervous, we're excited, all the motions are just running everywhere. We've been counting it down ever since we first started practicing to get ready for the season to start, and we're just ready to go out there and show people what we know how to do.
I want these first 5 games behind us. There's a chance we might even play 6. I want these freshmen to not be freshmen anymore. I want to kind of let these younger players work out the nerves. And we do have a lot of returners that have been together playing last year and this year, maybe for even the 3rd year in a row. So that's not new. But still, the first of the year gets them kind of jittery. So I want the first one to be over with. I want to play well. I want the weather to hold off. I want a lot of things. I want the bus to go well. I just want it to go good and smooth. I want to not forget anything. And get these first ones behind us, and then know what we need to work on for conference, which is what matters.
It's a mix of young and old for Delta State softball this season. There are returners in some key positions, but also some fresh faces that will need to contribute right away.
7 of our 8 returners were starters last year. At least half of them led the team in batting average, and you have your Kaylin Moores and Alvarez and lefties that can just really swing it. Infield's very solid, returning Brooke Klein, Amber Adcock. We are adding a new one, playing shortstop, Andrea Cutts, who's a junior college transfer. So she's really the only new position player. Other than that, our defense is intact 2 years in a row, which is a good plus. And the pitchers know it. The pitchers know that they can get hit, and the defense will make plays behind them. So I think that'll give them the confidence that they need early. Our pitchers are going to get hit eventually, but having that same defense, I think, is going to help. Having them be 1 year older is also going to help.
I'm excited about our offense, actually. We've got a lot of big bats in the lineup, and I feel like we're really going to, have a good force on that.
We're going to be really solid, and I'm very pumped about the infield because we just communicate well with each other. Let's say me, Brooke, and Taylor, we've been here for 3 years with each other, so coming back in with a new, fresh infield, we're still capable of having a really good defense.
First pitch for the Lady Statesmen will be Saturday, February 1st against Ouachita Baptist. DSU will also play Tarleton State, Henderson State, Cameron, and Lincoln while in Arkadelphia. Head coach Casey Charles says the team is coming along well, but there are still some things to work on before opening day.
They're working really hard. I'm happy with that. When you start the season as quickly as we do this year, they have understood the urgency of coming to practice every day and working hard and preparing and putting in extra time. So I'm happy with their work ethic. These kids believe in this program. They want to be here. That can sometimes make all the difference. I mean, I really think we just need to get some innings behind us. You know, you can watch our scrimmages, and you know, there's days we pitch well and there's days we hit well, and the defense has always been there for the most part, especially out of our starters, which is a good thing. Our pitching staff's extremely young. We have 3 freshmen and a sophomore. We will have a 5th-year senior returning that's hurt right now. So our pitching staff is young, and what young players need is just experience. So playing 5 or 6 games in the first weekend and the second weekend as well will help you get there quickly. They're going to get thrown into the fire, really. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to do it. I'm okay with that. I've warned them. I've told them the urgency of these hitters. They're going to go in wanting to rip their heads off, and they're going to give up home runs, and they're going to walk people, and they're going to be in pressure situations on day one. But you know, there's no point in waiting. They might as well get thrown into that right away. I think it'll benefit them by the time we get to conference, and that's what I want to happen.
Delta State softball follows the opening tournament with another one in Huntsville, Alabama for the UAH Charger Chill Out. Those tournaments will provide plenty of good competition, but right after that, the Lady Statesmen dive headfirst into Gulf South Conference play.
It's the best in the nation. It's got to be. If it's not, I'd like to see who is. I mean, there's no easy win in this conference. There's no easy win on our schedule in general. That's kind of why the records can look bad around the whole league. The whole league's like that because we just beat up on each other. But I'll take that if that means being in the top. It makes us better. Our players aren't scared to play anybody. You know, you're either going to win or you're going to lose, and at least they're not afraid. That's all we can ask of them.
DSU finished up 2013 with a 20-36 overall record, 9-23 in league play. The team is looking to improve upon that in 2014 and show what Lady Statesmen softball is all about.
The past 2 seasons, we've made it to Championship Sunday at the GSC tournament, and I really hope that we can get there again this year and hopefully win it all.
It's always a goal to stay healthy. That really is huge. You know, it's not like baseball. We have 40 or 50 players. We have 18. We have 5 pitchers. So staying healthy is good. I just want the chance to be in every ball game. I want them to come with good attitudes. I want them to always put the program first. I want our pitchers to keep us in the game, and I want us to score a lot of runs. And that's this league is about hitters. Pitchers don't really blow it by you here, so I want our hitters to be able to carry that weight and let our pitchers grow up. And if we can do that, I think we'll be okay.
Delta State softball beat Henderson State and Tarleton State, but fell to Cameron University, so the Lady Statesmen are 2-1 early on in the season. This weekend, the team is headed to Huntsville, Alabama for the UAH Charger Chill Out. We're going to take one more commercial break. When we come back, we'll meet a student athlete in our Student Athlete Lady Statesmen segment, and we'll talk about this week's upcoming sports schedule. Stick with us.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Ruleville is your full-service healthcare provider. Whether it's an emergency, wound care, daily preventative health screening, swing bed and outpatient rehabilitation, to our outstanding staff and team of surgeons, you'll find we treat the whole you. North Sunflower Medical Center has become the Delta's leader in providing complete, quality medical services to residents and visitors of Sunflower County and beyond. Come by and see why people say, "Take me to Ruleville."
Abraham's, an historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching. Of course, it's great to be a fan of the Statesmen and Lady Statesmen, but sometimes a player can come through, be here for 4 years or more, and as fans, we never really get to know them. Well, we're trying to fix that with our weekly segment, Student Athlete Statesmen. It runs every Monday. It'll be on our website and our social media outlets, so be sure to check it out there. Here's one of them for you.
When I was 7 years old was the first time I actually played on a real basketball team, and I've been playing ever since. I'm 22 now. And I ran track in high school. Everyone thought I was going to go to school to run track, but basketball was my first love, and I played softball also. My sophomore year, after our basketball season, when I was at Arkansas Tech, Coach Russian, we talked. She found out I was leaving, and it just went from there. I didn't know then that she was leaving here. I thought she was going to be here, but she recruited me. I came on a visit, and I fell in love with Delta State on site, and that's how I got here to Delta State. Playing for Coach Mid has been fun. He's very energetic at all times, not only in practice, but just the type of person he is. He's very energetic, outgoing, so it makes it easier playing for him because he's not always serious. You know, he makes it fun. It's great playing for him. He's a great coach. A good teammate, to me, would have to be a hard worker. They have to have good relationship skills because you're always around them every time. You know, you see your teammates 24/7, so you build relationships and loyal. That's hard because I don't do much outside of basketball, but I do go to church a lot, and I have like a lot of functions with my church family, like the youth and stuff like that. We do things, you know, counseling sessions, going out, just having girls' days out and stuff like that. I have a twin brother, actually. We're like night and day. But we have a lot of similarities, but we're like oil and water. And 2 twin sisters also. My mom had 2 sets of twins, and they're 17. They're more like me. We're a lot alike. My major is social work. I actually want to coach. I do. But I know I'm probably not going to coach. Probably have like a little side coaching job like I did back in my old school. But I want to work with at-risk youth. You know, like battered children and stuff like that, possibly battered women, but just work with young people, at-risk young people. My favorite kind of music would have to be gospel and R&B. My favorite groups, Boys to Men, and I would have to say New Edition. Well, I have one favorite movie, it's Love and Basketball, because, I don't know, I've always wanted that life. I always said, that's me. That's going to be me and my boyfriend. So it's a great movie. It's a really great movie. If I had to leave right now, pack up everything, I would probably go to South America. I want to visit Brazil. I had a lot of teammates that were Brazilian, and they showed me beautiful pictures and talked about it, so I would love to go there. Steve Nash is my favorite professional athlete because he's a great point guard. He sees everything, and his passes are so amazing. He makes it look so easy. Like, I love him so much. Yeah. Shanae Govan, women's basketball, point guard, number 5, CrossFit Arkansas, senior. Student, athlete, Lady Statesman, United in Green.
It's a busy week for Delta State Athletics. On Thursday, the men's and women's basketball teams will play at West Georgia. You can listen to those games on the local radio or on our website. Friday brings the start of baseball season and the second round of games for softball. Statesmen baseball is on the road, opening up at Palm Beach Atlantic in Florida. DSU plays Friday and Sunday there too. Softball faces St. Joseph's, St. Edwards, Georgia Regents, and Maryville over the weekend. Tennis opens up on Saturday at Stillman College. Saturday is also the second leg of the road trip for basketball. The Statesmen and Lady Statesmen will play shorter then. Of course, to keep up with everything Delta State Athletics, just head to our website, GoStatesmen.com. I'm Katie Smith. Thanks for watching.